turnovers. It's not good. Man, there's good stuff in the game. I really do think that ultimately tonight, like, we beat ourselves. It's a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter with some ugly play. That's where you want to be. Close game at home going into the fourth. We gave up 8 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter alone. And another night where we have, 20-plus turnovers. It's just hard to win. The math is against you in those moments. And so I think the key for our team continues to be, focusing on the details, focusing on the little things, focusing on the task at hand, what's next, and not the things that have happened before. I do think that the team is playing really hard. I think the competitiveness is there, and that's a great foundation. But we all have to stay focused on the task at hand. I feel like there's moments where we get in a groove and things start going well, and we sort of abandon some of the things that are the reason why it's going well, and we kind of start playing a little bit too much one-on-one. The ball starts to stick a little bit when what's gotten us in that flow and what's gotten certain guys going is the ball moving. We're built to play as a team, and that's always going to be the message to the guys. But, I think that they fought hard tonight, but I think that ultimately, we were our own worst enemy, especially when it comes to the rebounding and the turnovers.
With the turnovers, maybe not just specifically tonight, but throughout the season, probably easy to explain away it's going to happen with young players, but that probably doesn't include John and Lowry, who have had a number of turnovers too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any trends with them or things that lead up to turnovers?
Well, I mean, the biggest concern is that we have so many live ball turnovers. We have way too many turnovers dribbling in a crowd. We have way too many turnovers getting stripped one-on-one. And then we have too many, kind of pass and catch turnovers. It's not passing turnovers where I threw the ball in the stands or somebody made a great play and shot the gap and got a steal. It's relatively simple passes that are just off target and we mishandle it. We've had a couple turnovers the last couple of games where you're throwing me the ball and I'm looking that way. It's like we're a little bit off kilter as a group at times. So there's youth in that, there's continuity in that, but it's everybody's responsibility to take care of the ball. It's hard because we wish that it was one category. Hey, we are really struggling when we throw the ball to the 5-man and pick and roll, we're having way too many turnovers, but it's not. We get stripped 3 times one-on-one. We dribble into a crowd 4 times. We dribble off our foot once. Okay, we'll wipe that one away. 2 moving screens. It's appetizer sampler of turnovers. So it's been brought up. It'll continue to be brought up. Again, I never fault the guy's intent. Nobody wants to make a turnover, but we've got to do, again, the little things, the details, setting your man up when you're going to get a catch. If you're supposed to catch it at the elbow, we need to be strong, catch the ball with 2 hands. The guys that have the ball, set your man up, pass fake, then throw. There's all those little things that add up, but I don't think that those things are a long-term issue. Those are habits that can be built.
When it comes to the offensive rebounding they had on that fourth, do you feel like it was more weird bounces, or were you guys in the wrong position?
There were a couple that were a weird bounce. but there were also way too many where we weren't covering up the free throw line area. That's an emphasis, I would assume, for every NBA team with the amount of jump shots that are being taken. And we just didn't come up with those balls. I haven't watched them all on film. Obviously, my angle on some of them it's tough to say. But for the most part, I would say, generally we had too many people under the basket. We didn't have, those two guys around the free throw line like we needed.
Two things. On Lowry, do you know if it's just a contusion or is there a structural component to it?
As of now, it's a contusion.
And then Bryce gets his first chance to play in a while.
Mhm.
What did you see from him? What did you like from him? And what are you looking from him moving forward?
Yeah, Bryce is going to get a lot of opportunity right now. I like Bryce's instincts on the offensive side of the ball. I think the work that he has done with his feet to speed up his release is allowing his good shooting to really show itself. What I want to see from Bryce is two things. Number one, executing our team defense and really focusing on that end of the floor. I don't mean this in like an arrogant way with Bryce. Bryce can score in his sleep. Like, that's not what he needs to be thinking about. He needs to be focused on the defensive details. And then on the offensive side, it's continuing to play a reads-based game. I think that's how he got himself going, was he made really good reads. And then the one sort of loud play that didn't look good was when he broke it off and tried to play one-on-one. It's not that Bryce can't score one-on-one. He's plenty capable, but I think when he stays within the flow of the group, his skill set shows, his IQ shows, because those are real strengths of Bryce's. Like, he can see. He understands the game. He sees his teammates. He's a good decision maker. He's a good passer. His shooting is the stuff that we all go ooh and ah about, but he's a good passer. He's a good decision maker. So I think that Bryce has put a lot of really hard work in. It's good to see him have a game like tonight. But like with all the young guys, there's another game tomorrow, and this is an every night business. And so it's about trying to build some consistency. I don't expect it to be, what did he end up with? I don't expect it to be 16 points every time he goes out and plays 26 minutes. But I do expect him to continue to hammer on the details, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Thank you.
Thanks.